Welcome to the Copper King Mine and Railroad. Today we're going to talk about the people at the Copper King Mine and the people of Bingham. So stay tuned.
So let's take a look at the people of the Copper King Mine and Railroad. This guy's outside the loading station here. Looks like he's taking a break. It can get kind of noisy in there. Now this guy, he's loading the boxcar by himself. That's not very fun. We talked about this guy a little bit, this tower here. That's the yard tower. Might be the yard master. Now these guys, they look like they're some kind of crew. Looks like they're taking a break. Does he have a bottle or a camera in his hand? I don't know. Oh, both are illegal here at work. This guy's filling a tanker here. Big tanks. Now this is the oil house man. My dad was the oil house man at Bingham, so I had to put him in here. Of course, this is another one we talked about, the flagman tower. Just looking at this picture, it looks like this guy needs a flag in his hand. That would be a good idea for my layout. Just put a flag in his hand there. And we've got a switch tender over here by the city. I don't know what he's got on. I don't know what that's around his neck. Oh, then we're at the train station. These ladies are upset because they're both wearing yellow. There's always a lot of activities around here. There's a lady here that she's waving at someone in the train, so it must be about ready to go. This guy's tipping his hat to some. Looks like she's wearing yellow too. We're looking up the street here, and these police officers trying to get this orange station wagon moved out of the way. This guy's walking in his car, and some kid on his motorcycle. So, oh, and you have to have a lady in red, so that's the lady in red right there. And this guy, he's walking home from work. Looks like he has denim on denim. That's a no-no, but matches his house anyway. This guy's painting his house. And this guy, he's got some kind of weed eater or something. I hope that's not the string in back of him. That's really long. And this guy across the street, he's either knocking on the door or going inside the scooter. This guy's up the old mine, and, well, we know where he's going. These guys are out working on the mine dump, shoveling with picking there. I want to be this guy. I want to stand out on this bridge when a train goes by. I think that'd be kind of fun and scary at the same time. He's giving them the high sign, it looks like. Now these guys are climbing the mountain. Looks like they need hard hats on though, some kind of climbing hat instead of just, looks like they got fedoras on. And here's some campers down here. They got their backpacks and a fireplace, and a guy in a walking stick up on the hill. Well, we talked about the track gang, so this is the track gang again. Here they are. Boy, these guys they don't look like they've moved since I saw them last. I'm gonna have to talk to these guys. They're not getting this job done, are they? You know, that's the track gang. Then we got this fisherman up this canyon. That's just kind of cool coming in on him. He's a fly fisherman, looks like. He's got his waders on there, but looks like he's standing on something in that water. Here's another fisherman on the other side. Look at the look on his face. Or maybe he's sleeping. Oh, did he just move his pole? Here's another switch tender. Giving you a little salute there. And this is a helper for a shovel. Because he's showing him where to dig. And another switch tender up on the mountain. I like to buy these little people can be real expensive, though. Sometimes I like to buy them like this and paint them up. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, that's the people who are on the Copper King Mine and Railroad. The early mine required many employees. Let's look at some of these pictures. You can see, look at all the people they have on the ground here. Well, you know, they have the shovels, the steam shovels, and they had oilers and operators, and they had the steam engines, but had brakemen and firemen and the engineer. They have the track crews, but had to keep moving the rails closer to the mountain. So this is really a labor-intense job. So they needed a lot of people. So we're going to talk about the people of Bingham. The people. The mine was just a mine, just work. It was the people of Bingham that made the place come alive. The people of Bingham were from all over the world. It would be called the League of Nations. The early open pit operation was labor intense. A demand for cheap labor brought a flood of immigrants to the mine. Bingham Canyon would become the most ethically diverse place in the state. By 1912, 65% of the population was foreign-born. Greeks were the predominant nationalities, followed by Serbs and Cretes and Northern Europeans. Each had its own stores and restaurants. They brought with them their own customs and religions. Carfork was the home of Norwegians and Swedes and Finns. Copperfield was home to the Greeks and Japanese and Britons and Scandinavians. There was French and Irish, and many more people came to Bingham. The people who ever lived in Bingham loved the place. Even years after leaving, people always talked fondly about it. If you once lived in Bingham, you were always part of an exclusive club. People who lived in Bingham did not have much. Some of their houses were no more than shacks, built with scrap lumber. They fixed them up. Many were unpainted and outside without yards. But on the inside, they were clean and full of love. And they were happy. They had this common thread, that of community. They all lived on top of a mountain. Most worked on the hill. They were separated by nationality, race, color, or religion, but they had this common bond of living in this place called Bingham. Prejudice and discrimination was commonplace at the mine. There was the name-calling, there was fights, but over time, working day to day, next to each other, you made a connection and then a bond. The company was guilty of lowering pay and labor-intense jobs to different nationalities. Over time, with the help of the unions, this trend started to change. Some of the tables even turned by themselves. The children of Bingham Canyon were the big game changers. They went to the same schools, they played together. It was the children that changed the attitude and brought the people together.